Okay, so today we're going to talk about centimeters. The other day we talked about inches. And is a centimeter bigger or smaller than an inch? Centimeter is smaller than an inch. In fact, 1 centimeter is a little bit less than half an inch. Okay, so the distance of 1 centimeter, in fact, we can zoom in very, very small so you can see the distance of 1 centimeter is just this far here. From 0 to 1, we'll make 1 centimeter there. Okay, and you can see if you were to look at the inch, if I draw an inch down bottom here, okay, in between the 2 inch points, see how this looks to be just about half of this? So a centimeter is just about half an inch. Right, a little bit less, but just so you know that. Now, just like with inches, and actually that for some reason came out a little bit long. We have to be careful when we measure that we go just from point to point. We don't add extra things to it. Okay. Just like with inches, the centimeter can be split up into parts. Okay, remember how we talked about all the little hash marks on the inches? Well, centimeters also have these little marks. And in fact, each little mark, so if we start at the beginning here, each little mark here, there are actually 10 spaces in between there, in between 1 centimeter. And each of those little tiny spaces in between equals each of those little spaces equals 1 millimeter. Okay, so 1 millimeter is a teensy tiny part of a centimeter. A millimeter is, I'll show you, it's this right here. This big, this much inside there is 1 millimeter. Okay, so show me on your fingers how many millimeters is in a centimeter. Show me on your fingers how many millimeters is in a centimeter. Good. If you said 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter, you would be correct. Okay? So sometimes you might have to measure things in millimeters. Okay, so there are 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter. What if I don't have 1 centimeter, but what if I have 2 centimeters? If I have 2 centimeters, how many millimeters are going to be in 2 centimeters? Show me with your fingers by blinking them. There should be 20, right? There's 10 in this centimeter here, and then there's 10 in this centimeter here. We can count by 10, and we can say 10, 20, 20. 20 millimeters equals 2 centimeters. Okay, now I'm not sure if you're seeing this pattern or not. It seems like you are. But let's just do, well, we'll just do one more for fun. How many millimeters is going to be in 5 centimeters? Blink your fingers and show me how many millimeters is going to be in 5 centimeters. Good, I'm seeing 5 blinks of 10. Okay, and 5 blinks of 10 is going to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 millimeters. Okay, and mm means millimeter, equals 5 centimeters. Okay, give me a thumbs up, a thumb sideways, or a thumbs down if you're getting that. Okay, I'm not seeing a lot of people's thumbs. Show me your thumbs, folks. Okay, very good, thank you. So most of you are getting the idea there. Alright, now how about this one? I'll give you a challenge question. How many millimeters are in 3.5 centimeters? 3.5 centimeters. How many millimeters are there? Blink your fingers. So if you think how many millimeters are in 3 centimeters, how many millimeters are in 4 centimeters, how many are in 3.5? How many are in 3.5? So we have 10, 20, 30, so this is equal to 30 right here, and then we have 1/2. 1/2. Okay, so this is 30, and then how many is between there? Very good, 5. There's 5 in there because 5 is half a 10. So 35 millimeters equals 3.5 or 3.5 centimeters. Okay, so that is the basic idea of how to understand centimeters and millimeters on a ruler.